pieces.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and you're
Really
obviously welcome
to visit the next time.
anytime you
Yeah.
want.
Yeah,
definitely.
I will.
Just stop by. We enjoyed having you here the last time, and you've been been such an important fan to us for all these years. So we really appreciate the support. Thank you so much for calling us.
You're so welcome. Thank you guys so much.
All right.
So much.
Bye. Good night.
Have a good night.
It's so cool to have to see the people who sort of been following the game since the longest journey and through Dreamfall, and now like it's amazing. Like it's such a long time that people are still sticking around.
I remember her and David visiting during the production of Dreamfall, and it was awesome.
It was great. So hopefully, you will enjoy the game when it comes out, and I'm sure you will. All right. So you're looking for Charlie.
We're looking for Charlie.
Yes. I thought this was when I went up to my room.
You're really excited. You want to give me the controller, Martin?
No, you tell me.
Show us the videograph.
Oh, right. The videograph.
You found a picture of him,
April
and
and
Emma. Yeah.
Yeah?
It's hard to follow the game and to talk at the
Yeah, totally.
Multitasking, I know it's hard.
We're not
What?
women. We can't multitask. That's what I'm saying.
Apparently.
What just happened?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Nothing.
Okay.
Oh, I keep
You have
hitting
to
X.
talk to him.
No, but I need to hit up and up.
Could you tell me anything about this picture? That's
I keep
you,
hitting
isn't it?
X when I see the.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, where did you find this?
So Charlie, of course,
At the
is
hotel.
a friend of April
I guess
Ryan.
this is quite
I
important.
found it in the closet.
Very important.
and I
This
figured
is
you'd know.
very important.
I mean, that is you, right?
Good friend of April Ryan in the longest journey.
Lifetime ago.
And April Ryan disappeared after the
I
end of the
can't
longest journey.
believe that graph would still be in April's old room after all this time.
And now you're bringing back
April.
basically that memory
April Ryan.
to Charlie,
The girl in
which
the middle.
opens him up and
201, that
allows
was her
him to
room
help you.
10 years ago.
Did you say April Ryan?
And April Ryan is a name that Zoe's heard
Why?
through these weird
name
visions
sounds
she's been having.
Very familiar.
Somebody's asking us
You
to
probably
Skype
got
Sarah
her mixed
Hannah.
up with someone else.
I
April
think she's on
vanished
hold
back
there
in
right now,
09,
actually.
just days before the collapse. We spent a long time searching for her before we...
Ragnar, do you
Before I
have the whole
gave up.
story
Emma,
in
on the
mind,
other hand,
planned
she
through
never
the end?
lost faith.
Yeah,
She still
we
thinks
do.
April's alive and...
That depends on what you mean by the end, though.
Emma's the other
Yes,
girl in the picture.
obviously
Dreamfall chapters
we have chapters
They were the
planned
two
through
best
to the end,
friends I've
and
ever
that will
had.
be the end of the what we
I
call the
haven't
dreamer
heard from
cycle,
Emma
which
in
is
years.
April. Stories.
Zoe's story.
story.
Let's just say that I don't share Emma's
That doesn't mean
faith
the
in
entire thing.
The
is,
entire saga
is
is
over.
over. But we know how
Look,
the entire saga
I'm not
ends too,
comfortable
and we know
talking about this.
the most important
It's
events
private
of the saga, even outside the
Yes.
dreamer cycle, yeah. So
I need
yes,
to know, Charlie.
the answer is yes.
I think there may be a connection between
Ragnar Focus
April
likes
Ryan
older guys
and
watching you
whatever
while
River was
sleeps.
investigating.
This is true. It's Dreamfall Chapters True Facts
This is gonna
hashtag on
sound
Twitter,
crazy.
and I would say it
I
is
can't
true.
believe I'm telling you
There's
this.
nothing quite like having an older man watch you while you
I've heard
sleep.
the name April Ryan.
I think we established that.
I've been seeing things on screens
So
back in Casablanca. At the
Mira
hotel.
Manga says this is happening. Dreamfall
Strange,
played
creepy
live
things.
by the writers. They
At
keep
first,
getting
I figured
stuck.
it had something
That's
to do
true.
with static.
That is
Hi
true.
Ragnar Focus. Hello,
Still
and there's a
thinking
picture to
it's-
prove that she is indeed following from
nice.
London.
Snow
Yeah,
I like it.
landscape.
I like it.
A strange black
Okay, I'm
finder.
gonna
When I was
skip
in
this
such
forward here because
True.
we need
Can
to.
you st- one shit?
Charlie,
need to
April
move
just
forward.
okay.
Marcus was a friend of ours back in the old days.
Yeah,
Until he
need to
got
skip
into
ahead.
Haven't seen...
Yeah, I saw. Anyway,
Nope. I'm gonna...
that would be nice.
You
How do we
You
call
might
you
need
guys
to-
on Skype? You
Charlie?
can call us
Yeah.
by,
What do you think?
not right now, because we're not taking the calls right now, but to call us, go to redthreadgames_Twitch TV on Skype. That's our username tonight. But don't call us right now. We'll let you know when you can call us. I can't believe you guys are going to play through the whole game. Lol.
Oh, we are. Lol. Well, we
That's
are.
how we roll.
So we roll.
Yeah, that
lol.
just happened.
And that's everything. I know it's not much, and I know it
I'm
may not
really
even
sorry,
be
but
your
we have to
April
skip
Ryan,
through
but
some
It
of
is.
the dialogue
It has
here.
to be. I don't believe in coincidences, and this
This
would
one's
be one
pretty long.
enormous coincidence.
So we're talking
She
to
could be trying to get in touch
Emma.
with us. Charlie,
Emma.
maybe she needs our help. Maybe.
April
Maybe it's
Wright's
a
best
hoax.
friend from
I don't know anything.
the longest journey.
I'm
And
sorry
she
to
believes
ask,
that
Charlie,
something has happened.
you promise you'd tell me what
I
happened.
just want to say one thing, and that's we just passed
Yeah.
4,000 viewers,
She disappeared
cool.
under
which
some
is pretty
Really?
awesome.
very
That's
strange
crazy.
circumstances.
The
No,
day
those
she
are not
vanished,
people watching,
corporates
those
were
are
after
people
her.
who
I
have
still
watched,
don't know
yeah,
why.
but we
They stormed the
passed
house
4,000.
and
Emma
That's
got
pretty
shot.
cool. So
She
I mean,
almost
4,000
didn't
of
make
you are watching
As for
this. That's
April,
great.
she made
Means
it
that
out.
people are spreading
was
the
the
word
last
and helping
one.
us do that. So
but we know she got away.
Really
She was
appreciate that.
identified on
Yeah,
security
we
cameras
definitely are.
uptown. And
Okay, I'm gonna
When
skip
things returned-
forward here.
April, what thing?
This is
you,
Wait,
not
Cool.
I,
look.
Craig.
We
10.
keep talking about
And do you
faith.
remember any?
Is that something
No,
that
most
you guys
people
would like
don't
to
remember.
address?
Or
Well,
but
I
there was-
mean,
looking back
The game is about faith.
in
It's
arcade.
about
Okay.
having faith.
From what I know, it doesn't
losing-
sound like a
losing
secret.
faith.
After all, you didn't know April
About
Ryan. Chance
About
brought
gaining
her,
faith.
and it
about what,
seems
yeah,
improbable, I know.
how big a part
The story
faith
he's
is of our
working on
lives, and
must
we're
have
not
something to
talking
do with all
about
of it.
religious
friend,
faith.
the
We're talking about
journalist?
faith in
No.
yourself, in
But
your
with any luck,
friends,
I might find
in
out
your
later.
future.
Actually, Charlie,
Faith is a strong
is
word.
there somewhere
Faith is a
private where I
strong
can
word.
make a call? Maybe Reza's tried to contact me.
So there's a lot of
going
references
to
to
try
that.
his
and,
It's a word that's very
Chicken
hard to
with my
translate
sure.
as well. It's one of
Thanks.
those things that means
right
so
back.
much in English.
Yeah.
At least in Norwegian, it's very hard to.
in Norwegian, you need to use two words to really encompass the what faith
Yeah.
means in English. Yeah.
And then it got quiet.
I seem to recall that I need to go into this room.
So right now, Zoe's actually gonna try to hook herself up to Dreamer. But have you triggered all the conversations downstairs yet?
I thought I did.
I don't think you have.
But she's not gonna. She's
No,
supposed to, right?
yeah, you're going in there to
Make
make
a phone call.
Make a
Phone
so you
call.
need to take up your mobile.
Oh, okay, that's how you make it.
Yeah, up, and then.
Guys, can you do a Harlem Shake version while playing?
I don't
Not
think
yet,
so.
so that's for sure.
Not yet. Maybe.
Maybe in 6 hours
yeah, maybe.
we'll be there.
It's me again. I mean, I met Charlie, and I followed
So
your
she's
tracks
calling
to the
Reza at
hotel.
this point. So Zoe
I
is
found
trying
your
to
letter.
find her ex-boyfriend
And there was
Reza, a journalist
blood
who's vanished.
Everywhere.
And she's
I
traveled
hope
from
everything's okay,
Casablanca
Reza.
in the
Please
future,
call me if
year
you-
2219,
when
to
you get this
Newport in order to
message.
try and find
I'm
out
not about to
why
give
he's
up on you,
disappeared
but I
and
need
what
to
he
know
was
that you're
working
not-
on. And she's getting
I need to know
close.
that you're
She's
okay.
trying to. She's
Talk to you
found out
soon.
that he was looking
Bye.
into this shady operation that's always just getting involved in. That's linked to something called the Dreamer,
Marcus,
a strange
just
device that
Do
was
you
being
mean?
tested
Because I
in the
brought some
nuclear
friends
belt.
along, and they'd
And I
love
think
to say
we'll see some of that now, won't we?
The
So
twins.
these are the twins that we met earlier.
Yeah.
Another good question here. Do you guys write the script in English or Norwegian first? Always been wondering if TLJ is translated into English or translated into Norwegian.
Funny how Martin just looks like us on the phone in the $1 million update.
Well, he does.
That was the worst Dr. Evil
I'm
impression.
sorry, I apologize.
Yes, Doug, you want to answer that question?
Yeah, we write the script in English first. Both Ragnar and I are pretty much been writing in English since we started writing.
Yeah.
Um,
So then it's translated by professional
and then it's
Norwegian
translated by
writers later.
professional, yeah.
So we just landed in this interesting place, and the name of this chapter, chapter 4, is Winter.
it doesn't feel like a dream.
So she's in this place that is very mysterious right now, but
But she can
more
recognize the house that she's seen on these wonders.
in
TV
on the
screens.
screens. Yeah, this vision she's been having.
Nice quote here.
Visions.
Brace yourselves.
Winter is coming.
Place from my visions.
Very nice. How prevalent is English in Norway? Very prevalent.
Yeah.
Actually, right at this point in time, like you go to a lot of restaurants and bars, you need to speak English in order to get service. Like,
You're likely to.
yeah, English is very prevalent. Like a lot of offices, workplaces have English as their main language. We do actually at Brooklyn Games. We have an English speaker, so we.
Yeah, our
We
meetings
have,
are.
yeah, our meetings are often in English. It's very prevalent.
Save her.
All the interaction we have with partners
I
usually is
don't
in English.
understand.
We need to get,
Please.
you know,
But we
voiceover.
like to
Do
keep
you
our
work with
accent,
me?
right?
Yeah, of course we do.
We
Well, we
don't
can't
wanna
really help
hold
it,
it
can we?
anyway. So now Zoe is confronted again by this strange
But what do...
girl
You
who
must
keeps
hurry.
telling her to find
Go.
April Ryan, save
Go.
April Ryan, find her, save her. That is sort of the one of the key things in this game. Oh, this is pretty cool.
It is pretty.
That's
Because Zoe starts out looking for her friend Reza.
Cool story, bro.
And,
Well,
This is an important part of
but
the story.
it, but
though.
yeah, but
This
it
is-
morphs into a bigger story. Like she starts out looking for her friend Reza, and and discovers that there is
There's more to it than
such a larger story to it.
to find Ressa. She has to actually find and save.
April Ryan.
Here she wakes up in the first location we built for the game.
This is true.
This was the basis of everything we did in the game.
And that cutscene was the first cutscene ever
Mhm.
made for the game.
Where?
True story.
The hell?
Yeah, we built this as a prototype for the game, and to really sort of test out some things in terms of interface, camera, combat. It's a great scene. It's massive, and it's quite underused actually.
What led you to pick Leon Willett as composer?
This is not real. This
Um,
cannot be real.
The
I need
the examples he submitted,
I
the
need to
fact
wake
that
up. Oh, get out
he had
of
some
here.
really awesome
I need to do something.
work that he done. Just seemed the right fit for the project, and he was. And he worked very closely with our audio director Simon Poole to create the really fantastic
One of
music
the
for
best
Dreamfall.
soundtracks ever for a game. in my
I
opinion.
love it. It's great. Yeah.
I would say that, but you know,
It is the hospital theme. It's fantastic. Martin has played this before, I see. He's going to use the...
Oh!
He was going to use the pebbles to distract.
I was!
But these creatures are kind of cool. The grubbers.
The
I like the grubbers.
We never really
Bring it.
expanded their story.
Oh, that will be continued in
and that
the
will be
chapters,
continued.
yeah, obviously, because these things
Are very important.
central to what's happened here, yeah. They're linked to some of the events that go on above ground. So, but I can promise you that you will not be fighting any grubbers in Dreamfall chapters.
Oh, sidestepping. Oh!
Sidestepping like a pro.
Du varmer ovnen for litt
Ja, nå må vi
jeg
varme opp litt,
begynner å bli
så.
sulten. Oh, somebody said.
Did you have to cut content from Dreamfall?
Yes.
Of course, we always cut content.
Yeah.
Um,
The story was longer. You guys have probably seen the concept of a Benaxus, the Venar, that was made for Dreamfall, The Longest Journey. He was actually cut from Dreamfall, simply because his role wasn't important enough for that game. But he's back for Dreamfall chapters now because he
Yes.
just passed
the
stretch goal on Longest Journey.
Longer
So
Journey.
Benaxus' story, the story we had hoped to tell in Dreamfall Longest Journey,
We
is
will
being
now be able to tell.
in Dreamfall chapters. So thanks everybody for helping us cross that milestone. And of course another character that was cut from Dreamfall The Longest Journey
Ben
was
Bandu,
Ben Bandu, yeah. And you guys should watch if you haven't watched it, the gameplay video we released a week ago on the Kickstarter. There might be a surprise in there somewhere.
And again, I'm going to reiterate for people who ask if Ellie Conrad Lee is coming back. We are trying our best to get as many of the original actors back as possible, but it's not always possible to get the same people in.
But we're definitely going to try.
We're
And,
definitely going to try. I'll probably say that again later tonight because there seems to be people asking.
And that doesn't mean like that's not a roundabout saying that way of saying that she will not be in
No,
Dreamfall chapters
it's-
at all.
Actually, we
It's
are.
just we're doing
Yeah.
everything we can, and we're hopeful. Yeah.
I need to play something here, right?
The
When you
egg.
get upstairs,
The egg.
you need the egg.
You need the egg up there.
You need
No,
to get
up
the
on
egg.
top of the machine.
Well, in
If
order
I'm
to
not-
start the machine, I need the egg, right?
Yes. You haven't gotten the egg.
No.
Oh.
How do I find the egg?
Shows how much I know. Isn't it one of the grubbers that has it?
One of the
It's
grubbers
on-
has
it's
it, yeah.
on
Oh
the-
yeah, I need to, yeah, it's on the beach. Yeah.
Will there be a Norwegian version this time? Yes.
There will be a Norwegian version, and it's
Yes,
gonna kick
yes.
ass. It's gonna be fantastic.
How can I use the... Shouldn't I be able to use like the pebble on the water
Yeah,
or
you can use the
something?
pebble on the water. So up to choose the pebble.
Swedish version, can't promise.
You have to highlight the water with the.
I can't...
You have to highlight the
How
water
do
with
you
your
bring
focus
up
field.
that focus field?
Left stick, press down. Press it down. There you go.
Whoa. Can I... Maybe I can just grab it now?
Well done. There you go.
Yeah, you can actually sneak over and grab it now while it's
How do I
there.
exit this mode?
Down
Down.
on the D-pad.
There you go.
I'm
And now-
pressing
Oh
down.
no, and then
And then
the
you move.
focus field. No, you have to press down on the left stick.
There you go.
But now he's gonna come back.
I got this. I got this.
Ladies
you
and
guys-
gentlemen,
Are you guys sure you
lead-
made this game?
Well, he didn't make the game.
I didn't make.
Oh,
Oh.
no! Ka-chow!
Will there be a Russian version? We don't know.
We hope so.
We hope so. Will there be a Canadian version?
Well,
Yes.
yeah, we're gonna put a lot of A's in, and
Yeah.
and a boots, and we're gonna make a Canadian
A
version.
boots.
A boots.
We want Polish version. So do we.
So do we. North Korean version. Yeah, it's an important part for us
Yeah.
about North Korea. It'll be vastly different from the South Korean version.
How can I... My legs are too short.
You're just not doing anything though.
You guys suck.
Well, Martin sucks. Don't punch us into like the whole. There you go. You killed the grubber. I hope you're happy with yourself.
I am.
Canadian version. Take the puzzles out, replace them with waffles
And
hockey.
poutine.
And hockey.
We need to put Ace, boots, and poutine into it.
Yeah, poutine,
Oh,
of course.
poutine, yes, of course.
Martin doesn't suck. He's just special.
Hey, I'm trying my best.
Waffles would be the Belgian version.
Yeah, I think maybe pancakes. It's the maple syrup really that would make it.
Maybe we'll
Canadian.
soak it in maple syrup. I thought the credits said no grubbers were harmed in the production of this game. Liars. Well, that's all Martin. He heard the grubbers.
Well, not in the production. We didn't say anything about the playing of it.
Smallahova version. Yay for Canadian love. Canada love. We love Canada. I think I spent like half of last year in Canada, so or
We've all spent quite a bit of time in
Quite
We
a
Canada.
lot.
love Canada.
We love all y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Lul.
I never really been outside Montreal though.
Me neither.
We're in Canada.
Well, I
yeah.
went skiing some places yesterday. But not
Montreal,
many places.
Quebec. We didn't ever go outside Quebec, did we? Any of us? No.
I wish we could. Like, I wish we had time to do that.
I wish I would have had a bit more time when I was over there. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be fun.
I'm from Ottawa, so that's super close to Montreal. Montreal's great.
Quebec isn't Canada. Somebody else says.
That's
So-
what some people say. Take the egg. Take the egg,
Take
Martin.
Oh,
the
no!
egg!
Oh, thank you, thank you. Thank
A
you.
lot of people, like, I remember when I tested this part again and again, I always forgot to take the egg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great how it's a light source as well.
Yeah. And I just have to jump onto the thing. Booyah!
Got it.
What was the budget for Dreamfall?
Guys, we're closing on 101,010,000 now.
I saw that.
Yeah, we're
Ooh,
doing
awesome.
doing well. Thank you.
Time to take a few calls again, guys. Somebody says.
Is it?
Is it?
Is it time?
No,
If-
because
if-
it's
if-
a sound puzzle.
If I,
need-
yeah, that's
yeah.
true. After the sound puzzle, if I see at least 10 yeses, then we'll take some calls.
Wow.
Way to engage the community.
Yeah, well,
guys.
that's what I do.
How many copies did Dreamfall sell? I don't have the numbers, but it sold in excess of 300,000 the first year. But of course, it's been selling almost continuously and constantly since then.
I heard a number of something.
Yeah, we
but-
don't really know the numbers,
No.
but it sold really well over time. The game has done very well, but yeah. So it's hopefully Dreamfall chapters can do an equal amount of sales in the long run.
Mhm. Well,
I don't remember the melody.
The Longest Journey sold more than somebody said 500,000. I think in the 10 years since it came out.
It sold more than that. But
13 years in the time. But again, we don't really know those numbers. But I assume it sold a lot more than that. You got it?
So there were.
I just hit random shit.
There were.
Nice.
No, yeah? No, I
No, you didn't.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Porky.
Oh.
You have to listen to the sound.
Yeah.
So it says right, mid, right, left.
Right, mid, right.
Right.
Mid. Right.
No, somebody else said something completely different.
Oh, I think that's right,
Actually, the grubbers in the game hum this tune the whole time.
They do.
It's actually kind of cool. Because they keep hearing it.
No, that wasn't it.
It's 1, 2, 1, 3. So
So
1,
1,
2,
2, 1, 3. That's
One
probably left.
on the left, yeah. 1, 2, 1, 3. That's correct. Let's listen.
There we go.
Yeah, that was it.
Success!
No noob.
Really? I
So
thought you guys were
ugly.
better than that.
We're talking, and also
It's really
for
hard.
the record, we turned the sound way down so
Yeah,
we
we
can
don't
hear the
hear the
friggin'
sound.
music.
Yeah.
The friggin'
You
music.
guys are so defensive.
Yeah. Well, that's true. All right. There was lots of people who said to take more calls. There were even a couple who said 10 yeses in one comment. So
Okay, let's take some calls then.
so
I'll
we'll,
just keep playing.
so we'll take a couple.
Just
calls.
don't go into somebody needs to alt tab too, so I can use that. We're gonna take a call. We just need to get the button there.
Hello.
Hi guys,
Hey.
awesome to finally reach you. Yeah,
Whoa.
I want to say thank you for taking so much time and communicating with the community. And
We love it. We love doing it. It's been it's so much fun to do it.
Oh, wow.
yeah, man, and I have to say I have awesome experience with Longest Journey, and it was a motivation for me to get better at English because I had the version in English, and it was great fun and great to see that gaming can also create such interesting and deep worlds. And yes, guys, thank you for that, and I wish you good luck with the next product. And I'm gonna pledge maybe even more now.
Yeah, thank you so much.
That's
please
means
do
a lot to me. Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
We
have
don't
fun.
have to know where you're calling from today because
Where
we're recording
Yeah, I'm
places.
calling from Bayreuth, Germany. Bayreuth.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Our first
So-
German caller, so thank you. Yep.
Yeah.
Spread the
Shout
word
out
and,
to our Russian fans.
Yes.
Привет всем русским.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you. Thanks so much for calling.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's take one more.
Let's take
Martin,
one
you have to alt tab so I can actually use the mouse there.
There's lots of people calling. We're gonna take.
Let's choose this
No,
Coveras
doesn't.
Albane. Was that Albane? We need to turn this on. Hello?
Hi guys,
Hey.
do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Wow, I'm. This is amazing. Okay, I had two questions for you, but first, let me say that Longest Journey is my favorite game ever,
Thank you.
and you guys are awesome. This is without question. And
That means a lot to us. Thank you.
my two questions are: the first one is technical.
Yeah. Go ahead.
One is Unity is set to support Oculus Rift technology, the 3D glasses thing. I don't know how it's called.
Yeah, the Oculus Rift. Yeah.
Is Dreamfall chapters built to support this technology?
It doesn't really work that well in a third-person game because the Oculus Rift is made mostly for playing first-person games. It works great in Doom and in those kinds of games, but in a third-person game, it just would be very, very odd. So no, we will not be supporting the Oculus Rift with this game.
One of the problems is that when you see something in the game and you highlight it, usually the UI or the selector is on top of it, like it's on the top of the screen. I don't know how to explain it really, but
Yeah, I get the problem. I just kind of thought it was cool to see Europolis and full 3D, like in stereo 3D. It would be much more impactful.
But I mean it will, if it works, because at home I have the Nvidia 3D glasses, and I mean all games work with it. It's just a matter of sort of how well it works with them, and usually it's the UI that's the problem. I guess we can say at least that we'll try our best to work as well as possible on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I don't have any experience with the Oculus.
No, I mean nobody really has it. It looks like a fantastic piece of hardware. I mean it's something I really want myself. But yeah, it is primarily for first-person games where you are inside the head of the character.
Okay. Good. Okay. I'll see how it turns out. And my second question is to Ragnar, or to Dag also. The question is, ever since I played Longest Journey and Dreamfall, I had this idea that the stories are very similar to the Never-Ending Story by Michael Ende. Well, not in the story itself, but in the themes that you explore. The topics of how stories shapes the world, how fantasy shapes the reality, and also the symbolism of towers in the middle of everything. And I was wondering if Ragnar or Dag read that book and perhaps were inspired by it.
I mean, I haven't actually read the book. I'm very aware of his work, and the books I know I've never read the books. I know they're a lot better than the movie.
Yeah, because
or the song.
But I actually
well, the song is amazing. Don't miss the song.
But I actually remember that movie as one of my first experiences with fantasy. I was only, I think, 9 years old when that movie came out in the theaters, and it was sort of it was one of those movies where you had to be 12 years old to get into the movie. But I was only 9, and my grandmother took me to that movie, and it made a deep impact on me actually. The riding on the flying bear and everything. Yeah.
But you're right in that it has a very strong sort of theme of being about a story about stories, and that's what Longest Journey games are too. But no, it was not directly inspired by the Never-Ending Story, but it's probably inspired by the same sources. You know. Inspired by ancient myths and legends, inspired by the idea of storytelling. So there are those similarities.
Okay, okay. Yeah, thanks for answering my questions, and yeah, I get off the Skype now, and yeah, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great, and Dreamfall Chapters is going to be awesome, more awesome than ever since before.
Thank you. And before you leave us, where are you calling from?
He said,
I am from Russia.
From Russia, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much for calling, and have a. It's late there. Have a good evening.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Let's,
see ya.
Let's get another caller.
One more caller.
Yeah, I think, or a couple more maybe. So,
I'm dreaming.
hello. Hello.
It's just that no matter what
Hello?
I do, I can't.
Hey.
Hello. Hey. How are you?
Hey.
Hey. How are you?
Fine.
Where are you?
How are you guys?
No.
How are you guys?
Fine. That's
We're doing great. We're doing great. Where are you calling from?
something.
Sweden.
Oh, Sweden. Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you have any questions for us?
What?
Another what?
Do you have any questions? Do you have a question for us?
Mostly, why you're deciding to bring back Emma.
Don't want all. Did you say? Yeah.
If we are, yeah, we might play, and she's. We actually love the actor who plays Emma, Julia Murney.
Probably one of the most awesome voice actresses out there.
We might play Julia Murney. She's a fantastic actress, and she's actually a very well-known Broadway actor.
Singer?
Actor and singer.
Really?
She does a lot of musicals. Yeah, she's very well known on Broadway.
I remember when we got her back for Dreamfall, she actually had a performance the next day, and her agent was really, really worried that we would have her talking for too long to not hurt her voice.
Yeah. But she's so amazing. She managed to speed through her part in probably a quarter of the time we set aside for it. She's such a pro. So that's one of the reasons why we'd like to bring back that character. But she's also an awesome character, and it's a very direct link to April's past, which is very important to us.
Yeah, I agree. I think she might be one of my favorite characters besides April and Zoe. So I'm really glad, since Emma is not that big of a character, but you're bringing her back, so I'm happy.
Yeah, that's good. All right. Thank you. Thanks for calling, and I hope you'll keep watching.
Have a great night.
Yeah, I just want to say one more thing though.
Oh, sure.
That you pretty much raised me with the Longest Journey because it's such a good game, and I was playing it like so much. I was like 7 years old or something when I started playing it. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
That's very nice to hear. That I really appreciate hearing that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
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 Bye. Let's do one more call.
One more call.
Yeah. And who should we get? This person. Yeah, this person has been calling Aurora.
With the Longest Journey because it's such a good game, and I was playing it like so much, like 7 years old when I started playing it.
Hello, Aurora.
It
was still hearing a little bit of the...
Still the delay.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello?
Hello?
We're hearing like the...
It's the delay.
Yeah, so I guess we need to...
Can you hear us?
Yeah,
What's the name again? Aurora?
Hi.
Aurora, can you hear us?
Hi. Hey.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. I didn't imagine that you were gonna take my call. Thanks.
We saw you calling. So where are you calling from?
I'm calling from France, from Paris.
First French caller.
Bonsoir, mademoiselle.
Comment ça va?
Comment ça va?
Très bien, et vous?
Très bien.
Merci.
Hi. Hi. So I was having one question. Imagine that you were gonna take my call. Thanks.
If you can mute your sound on the computer.
Yeah, you need to turn down your computer a little bit.
I'm calling from France, from Paris.
First French caller. Bonsoir.
I can hear myself speaking French now.
Très bien, et
Hello?
vous?
Aurora, are you still there?
Hi. So I was having one question.
Yes. Can you mute the sound on your computer?
Yeah, can you?
I think there's an issue with the stream.
You need to pause your video stream probably just while you're talking to us. Just hit the pause button that you don't hear the echo from your computer. Alright.
I think there's
Close the browser.
an issue.
Yeah. Aurora, can you close your browser or pause the video stream? Alright. I don't. Maybe you can't hear us. But try calling us back afterwards if you can get that fixed.
Yeah.
So we'll talk to you afterwards.
À tout à l'heure.
Let's do one last call. Phoenix. That's a great name. Phoenix.
Phoenix. I would
Hello, Phoenix.
wish my name was Phoenix.
Oh, hello.
Hello. How are you?
Oh, surprised. Yeah.
Well, you're the one
I'm
who
good.
called
I'm
us.
good. How are you? Yeah. Massive fan of the games. Played Dreamfall first, and then found out about The Longest Journey. And I just wanted to know: are we going to find out some of the little tidbits you left in Dreamfall? For example, what happened to the Vava Academy and things like that?
To what academy?
To the Venice Visual School of
Oh,
Art.
right, yeah. So you're wondering whether we're going to find out about a lot of sort of the unanswered things from The Longest Journey as well. Yes, we are going to.
Yeah.
We are. I mean, Dreamfall chapters is primarily about wrapping up the story that began in Dreamfall, but we are definitely going to touch on characters and events from The Longest Journey and try to bring closure where it's right to do so. We're not going to provide closure to everything in Dreamfall chapters because it's not the end of the saga. It's the end of the dreamer cycle. But yeah, we definitely want to provide some closure and or at least continuation of things that were, questions that were asked in the longest journey or events that were important in the longest journey. We felt Dreamfall perhaps asked more questions than gave answers, so it's time to give some more answers.
But it was always the intention to make 2 games for that story. We always knew that we weren't going to be able to tell the entire story in that one game that we were planning. The fact that it's taken us more than 6 years to start on the second game is deplorable, but deplorable.
Wow,
that's a good
Well,
word.
Ragnar did promise it wouldn't take as long as the gap between the longest journey and Dreamfall.
Yes, and then we thought that making the secret world would take shorter than it did.
Yeah, but as happens usually with games, things take longer.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We always wanted to get back into it pretty fast, but that didn't happen. But now finally we
keep our promises.
We get to finish the story, and we're very happy about that.
And I actually agree with you. Like finding out what happened to the Venice Academy of the Visual Arts, it's something that bothered me as well because it was never referred to in Dreamfall. It was just sort of left open-ended.
Yeah, you do get a couple of people mentioning that it's not a good place to go anymore, but we don't know why.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of freaky, actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't say for sure that everything from Longest Journey will be addressed, but at least some things will be.
And the most important things will be.
The most important things will be, yeah.
The things.
Yeah, just the fact that you guys are doing the game and closing up the main story is more than enough for me.
Awesome.
That's great. Thank you so much, and thanks for calling.
One more thing.
Sure.
I actually started replaying a couple of days ago, and you have now caught up to me, so I'm going to race you to the end.
You'll win. We accept the challenge.
I know.
Call us when you finish the game. We'll race you.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, I'll give you another call later.
Bye.
Thanks for taking my call. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Alright guys, we will not be taking any more calls right now.
We'll take a few more calls later on, but now
take a bunch more calls.
Yeah, but now we have to get on with it, as they say.
Yeah, I have to say it's so amazing that people call and talk about the games that you guys made and how much it meant to them.
It's all great.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, and we love talking to you guys. It means a lot to us too. It's actually kind of scary for us too. I mean, I'm sure you guys. I feel you guys are very brave to call in and talk to us.
Yeah.
But
everybody's so nice.
Yeah, everybody's so nice. Yeah. I keep waiting for the one person who's gonna say, "I hate you guys," but it's.
But I'm really humbled by it, and also it really makes me
employed so many Irish actors. The character with the most the heaviest Irish accent. We had to go to an American because Irish actors they only did real Irish accents and
they couldn't do the stereotype.
They couldn't do the proper over the top Hollywood version of Irish.
Can I interest you guys in a glass of wine?
I think you can. You had me at can I interest you guys in a glass of red wine?
Can I interest you?
Yeah. It's not red wine, it's white wine. I'm sorry.
I could have been blind. Had an
sorry
accident
guys,
with a chemical spell.
Yeah, it's interruption of an interlude here. I'm sorry about with some pizza and a little wine.
We have to eat.
Miss Blind Bob's face by a
so watch Blind Bob while we
so
get served.
Theoretically blind. Of course, theoretically blind Bob is no.
So of course Blind Bob is simply
so
theoretically blind,
Bob
not actually blind.
That's me, that is.
I would say that this character is probably heavily inspired by Terry Pratchett and the Discworld books. Books that have inspired me quite a bit, and writing that I find absolutely fantastic.
Can I ask you a question?
You can ask. I might answer, I might not.
Fair enough.
One of the best writers in the English
language.
Give a little
shout out to Rihanna.
Rihanna Pratchett, of course, is a great writer. She's currently working on two new Tomb Raider games. I'm really looking forward to that. And I know she's also a fan of Longest Journey and Dreamfall. And yeah, she's probably not watching, but if she is, then hi Rihanna.
Then hi.
All right, so let's keep playing now that the pizza is here.
Yep.
By the way, guys, we try to keep everything cheap, so we're not even getting pizza ordered in. We're eating frozen pizza because all the Kickstarter money
and boxed wine
goes to the game and not to pizza.
And it's not frozen anymore, though.
It's actually not frozen anymore. All right.
Fair enough. What do you want? Just so you know,
So this is Blind Bob.
You seem to be cozy with old Ben.
And he wants some mulled wine. This is your classic sort of, you know, RPG quest. There's a dude in the street who wants some mulled wine. It doesn't get any more classic RPG than this.
Mulled wine made with Mrs. Mullins' mixed spices. Fine, I'll see what I can do.
Oh, thanks, Pattle. You've made a
Love
theoretically
the way he
blind
calls
man
it
happy.
Petal as well.
Make a donation to the welfare of old Blind Bob, and
Oh, it's a
you'll
great
receive
character.
your reward.
Blind Bob is definitely coming back for Dreamfall chapters.
Has to.
We also promised it on the Kickstarter.
Do we?
Yeah.
People are asking if the pizza is rehydrated.
I don't know what that means.
Did you guys just? That was the pizza in Newport.
Ah.
And, yeah, it was rehydrated. This is rehydrated pizza with a ton of Trappist Louisiana original recipe hot sauce on it.
And I saw one guy asking if it's Grandiosa. It's not.
No. This is a proper frozen German pizza, I think.
But Martin is eating fish cakes.
Fish cakes.
Apples?
Fish is good.
Sure, looks like apples.
Low carb diet.
But I'm not taking anything.
Except those fish cakes are like half of it is carbs basically because it's like round.
No, it's not.
Bread in it, or you got one of the proper ones. So what am I supposed to do now,
I don't know
guys?
any of these titles.
Because I'm supposed to give
The
Blind
Bestiary
Bob
of the
mulled
South.
wine. So
Yeah,
where
we
do I
have to
find-
run
we need
down
to
to
get
the market to get the
spices.
spices.
Titles.
Yeah, but I don't know yet. Do I have to talk to Ben Ream yet?
Yeah.
For maybe.
Hello?
Yes? Oh, it's you.
Can we pledge home cooked
What
food
can
for
I
you?
do
Sure
for
you
you,
can.
child?
Yes, sure you can.
Yeah, if you can get it to our office, then yes.
Then we'll eat it.
We will eat it and we will appreciate it. We're sorry for eating and playing, but there was either this or the alternative was to pause the broadcast, and we thought no.
We're just
I
gonna
spoke with
say
Blind
fuck it
Bob.
and keep going.
But he wouldn't tell me anything.
Ah, yes. Tit for tat. Given a chance to bargain, blind.
Mulled wine. He wants mulled wine.
Mrs. Mullins mixed spices.
Somebody's actually.
Maybe Tomberry would
Calm
cook
down,
for us
child.
if we
I
were in
was
Canada.
supposed.
Maybe.
Somebody's also
Buy my spice, just tell
proposing
him
that
then
we
we
do a
be sure to
Kickstarter to
mention
feed
I will
ourselves.
put some wine.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome,
That's
child.
kind of what we're doing.
How do I get
The quickest way would be through all. You'll have to go the
Sort
long
of,
way.
yeah, sort of, yeah.
That'll take you on to
The
Ivory.
money on the Kickstarter is going towards the game, but what that usually means that it's going to pay our salaries for the next year and a half.
Yeah.
So yes, the Kickstarter is going towards, you know,
Feeding us.
feeding us and feeding the rest of the team and buying us hardware and software.
Yeah.
That's how we make games. Office space, yeah. We live a Spartan life in order to
I
make
love
the...
this strut.
Yeah, I know his strut is fantastic.
Why did we decide to change Zoe's face?
We're going through several iterations on the Zoe model. I'm sure Chris, our art director, would love to talk about this, and I know he will, so I'll leave that for another time. Can we talk about the flamboyant guy walking in the background with his swagger? Yeah?
Yeah, let's do that.
What do you want to know?
I like him.
Well, he's flamboyant.
No questions.
No questions.
He doesn't say much though.
Question. Will you be releasing more games by yourselves, or you'll be using Kickstarter regularly?
We're not gonna... I mean, right now, Kickstarter was crucial in getting Dreamfall chapters off the ground. Without it, we would not be able to do it. And if Kickstarter had gone badly, it would have been troublesome for us. We would have had a hard time making Dreamfall chapters, so of course it's super important right now. We don't know what the future will bring.
We have no idea what
We're
the
thinking
parameters of our next game will be. That's going to happen in a couple of years, and we'll see by then what the landscape looks like, basically.
Yeah.
What happened to Latin America in the Longest Journey universe? It's a paradise. A freaking paradise.
Paradise.
So, the Spice Merchant.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
He's a great character. Who played him?
Wonderful morning we're having.
Really
How may I be of service today?
It's the same guy who played Gabriel, I think. Was it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
The innkeeper at the Journeyman
What's his
sent me
name?
to pick up an order
Michael
of Mrs. Mullins'
Fitzgerald.
mixed spices. It's for...
How do I remember
Wine.
this?
Yes.
I have no idea. But I
Ben
do.
Relay boils the best cauldron in town, she does. Absolutely wonderful. I'll have them sent right up.
I'm
Fantastic.
pretty sure that's the same guy.
Next.
Hold on. Ben Remay needs the spices right now. You could just give
Question,
them
how
to me
did
and
it
I'll deliver
collapse
them for
alter
you.
the space affect the space colonies?
Yes,
Good question.
I could give
Very
the
one that
spices
we
to
will strive to answer.
Wonderful idea.
In
Saves
chapters.
me from having to deliver
Or
them,
in
doesn't
the
it?
material
Fantastic.
we'll release
No
prior
problem.
to chapters.
None at all.
Yeah.
Except
Except what?
there's a tiny problem. Nothing major, nothing that can't be solved. Why, it's barely worth mentioning.
I see. Isn't this the...
Well, then you've
So we're gonna skip a little bit through this. So as always,
really?
goal right now is to get some spices in order to make mulled wine. This is like the classic RPG puzzle type quest puzzle.
I really need those spices.
It doesn't get any more classic
This is the
fantasy
only
than
store
that.
that carries Mrs. Mullins' mixed spices in Marcure.
I really do need those.
I wish I could be of more help, young lady,
He's a
but
really
as
good
long
character.
as the ghetto's closed, the cap...
And he's talking about how the Azadi have
you're out of
sort of
town
closed off the
Welcome
magic
to
ghetto
So
and
what about
this is what you figure about the
Right.
ghetto for the first
Well,
time.
Yeah.
the Azadi have set aside a section of Old Town for the magicals.
The
That
ghetto
way
will
they
be
can
back.
be with their own. We don't bother them,
Classic spice.
they don't bother us. Fantastic.
Ragnar, do you have stories outside the
Why can't the
TLJ universe
characters
that
come
you'd like to
through?
tell in the future? Yes, but
Once in a while, the
that is for the
Azadi
future.
help magicals weed out.
Retro Games will be around for a long time and we'll tell
They
more
close the ghetto
stories.
down, search the buildings for criminals and
Can we just go
contraband.
find Mrs. Mullins?
Spring
That's a good
cleaning, if you
point.
will.
And your supplier is stuck in... what? Traffic?
On the other side of the ghetto, up Burrow Crook, towards Coldstone Gate. Why, right below the Journeyman.
I thought that when I was
just
playing
came
this,
from there.
I thought that was
Right.
a
So
quite cool twist
if
in
you
it,
pick
like,
up my
the
delivery of the...
magicals are in a ghetto.
I guess it beats waiting around.
And I didn't play the
Fantastic.
games in the
You'll want
correct
to speak
order,
with Harry
so
Kilram.
that was
He's
sort
a
of-
bearded fellow, a tad ornery.
Oh, you played the longest journey afterwards.
Yeah.
He'll
Yeah.
be up Burrow Crook.
So
Ask
sort
him
of,
for Miss...
Guy with a
that's-
beard,
that's
wagons.
interesting, yeah.
Come
Interesting
right back
take
here with the
on,
spices,
how
and
magic
I'll give
works
you Ben Remay's order.
in a game.
And it's also part of us wanting to tell a broader story and to have to try to say something, or at least to have a topic that was touched more on the real world.
Yeah.
The fact that the Azali are invaders who have come to these Northlands, to Marcuria, first as the liberators of Marcuria,
Yeah.
and then as the occupants of Marcuria, and then they began their crusade against magic because their faith does not allow for it. So you're right. I mean, it's definitely the story here has a lot of parallels to the real world. With the Azadi being this sort of very fundamentalist religious nation that's come across the ocean from the west
While
to
also
liberate the east.
While also being the oppressors.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they are the oppressors. They came under the guise of being the liberators. By the way,
What's the name of this bar?
salty seaman.
Where's the cock and the puss?
The cock and the puss is
Right.
right there, sir.
Yep.
Somebody
Yeah.
asked, well, how can the Azadi live in the world of magic and not have encountered it before visiting the Northlands? Who said they did not encounter it? Far from it. They're intimately familiar with magic. And this is something we're going to be touching on in Journeys, the short story collection that we're releasing together with, or before the game comes
Yes,
out,
because
actually.
it will be finished by the end of the year. That's what we said.
You know what that is,
No.
don't you?
Do we?
Treason.
I'm not sure what it
Treason
says.
By
against
the end of the year.
It's a deer that have your head off.
So that
In a
means
second.
probably December
Any
31st.
humans who get involved with the magicals are traitors to their race.
That might not warrant an appointment with the Blade here in this goddessless city, but we'll
Classy
find a way to
guys.
get you shipped off to
Quite
Celestia.
They're referring to the bar names.
Yeah.
Yes.
April Ryan had to get used to Old Tongue. So why could Zoe understand Old Tongue from the first word she heard? Zoe's not a shifter. Zoe's something else. She's a dreamer.
Yeah, and it's different.
It's different. She is travels to Arcadia in a different way.
She doesn't actually travel.
She doesn't
Physically
exactly.
travel.
Somebody says, isn't Zoe dreaming? That's why she can understand it. And yes, that's exactly why. She is dreaming herself here. It doesn't mean this place is not real. But she's here visiting as a dream. She is the dreamer. That's how she does, how she travels.
That's how she travels.
I like to come here in the mornings to admire the tower. Isn't it amazing?
Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing? He's really fond of the tower. Alright.
So cold, so hungry, so blind.
I know, it's beautiful.
I'm a big fan of snow.
I'm a big fan of snow in games.
Get this book returned to the library.
Oh, there's a librarian guy.
Gate for security reasons. Oh my.
He's a good character as well.
Of course, you guys made the dream of the Lore Master stretch goal in. You made that dream come true. So we're gonna be bringing the library back into
the library is coming back, and I'm very, very excited about that stretch goal because that means we can bring all the lore from the 2 previous games, and we get to write new stuff as well that we can fill the library with, or rather that you can fill the library with by...
There's a question for you actually, Doug.
Oh, what is it?
If the Asadi promotes science and you can do science in Arcadia, doesn't that mean you should be able to do magic in Stark?
That's a very interesting question. Not entirely sure how to answer that, but yes.
Keep in mind that ever since the collapse, ever since the April Ride, the events in Longest Journey, the worlds have bled more into each other.
Don't tell me.
And that's something that was prophesied leading up to the War of the Mountains. So yes, your supposition, your...
Yes, of course magic does exist in Stark, but it's taking on a different form. And taken to the extreme, you could perform magic in Stark as well.
Call themselves freedom fighters,
the balance is failing.
But it's because of them that I'm stuck here. Again!
And the worlds are bleeding into each other.
In
a little
fact,
bit.
life's a damn sight better than it was before they came. If this is oppression...
And this guy's interesting because he provides a different view of this all the oppression. He says, life is better. He's basically saying, what did the Romans ever do for us? Well, the aqueducts, for one.
Yeah, and the roads.
And the roads.
Listen to
yeah,
me.
and then there's
I just
law and
spoke with
order.
the spice merchant
He's basically saying that, sure, they're oppressors, quote unquote, but life is better. But then we can ask yourself, life is better for most people, for humans, yes, but what about the magicals? And is their life better?
And what is the worth of freedom as well? At what price are you willing to sacrifice your religious freedom and your freedom to believe and to speak your mind?
Yeah. Is better roads and better plumbing worth it? Is worth losing that freedom? A lot of people will probably say yes, and that's what this game addresses as well.
Yes.
This guy, for example, he says that,
it's better now.
It is better now.
By the Mojals.
He references Mojal as well. By the grace of the six blessed be the names. Something that was mentioned quite a bit in Longest
Question. Will you be open to the idea of including fanfics in the chapter's library? There's some really good ones out there.
I mean, it depends. I mean, first and foremost, this is a creator-driven universe. So, for the most part, we are the ones who sort of provide the lore and build the stories in this universe. But we are always open to things that can fill it out in a way that's appropriate and that makes sense for us. If it doesn't touch on the main characters in the main story, if it is filling in a world, then we're definitely open to it. But we want you guys to feel it's all part of a bigger picture as well. By the way, one thing right now, we can either actually go back to the spice merchant and give him the spices. Here's Mr. Strutty again. I love it. I love him. Oh no. I can either go back to the spice merchant, that would be the honorable thing, or I can go straight to Benrima.
Go to Benrima.
Yeah. Good, you showing your true sensibilities here. Does anybody else want some more pizza? There's one more slice here.
I'm good.
I'm good.
No, I haven't. Serena cheats. Dog, I followed you the first time I saw you.
Wow.
Creepy or nice?
Hello?
Not sure.
What?
Dog Sheva start posting spoilers. I guess we found that Dog really doesn't have any kind of...
No, I really don't have anything to say.
If Dog thinks anything, he says it.
It wasn't easy, but I got the spices.
It took you.
No, Dog knows better than to. Martin, I will follow you.
No.
Oh,
we're pretty much
Twitter.com/dogshare, a link for the lazy.
Mix the spices.
Yeah, because I don't know how to make that link.
Will we see the dark people with the library?
Thank you
Will we
so
see the dark
much.
people with the library? We don't.
Dark People City, we haven't decided yet if that's going to come back in chapters.
Bird people, will they be back? Again, we don't know. We haven't. We don't want to spoil. Do you guys want to know like everything? Because isn't mystery important, Senorita?
Mystery is important, Senorita.
You can't ask that question.
To know the whole truth is dull.
Is dull, yeah.
Child.
Okay.
Perdóname.
Perdóname. No, but it is important with mystery.
I should get going.
We can never reveal everything because then
we'll talk.
There's no more excitement.
No, exactly.
There's red
Also,
wine.
I really liked that when I was playing the games that it sort of sets up a pattern, and then it doesn't complete it.
No, and it makes
so you can think for yourself.
Yeah, it makes you wonder.
Yeah,
it makes you theorize.
That's super important. That not all answers, not all questions are answered, and that we assume that the player will be fine not knowing things. You're thrown into a situation where characters know a lot more than you. And that's fine.
And one of my favorite things to do is to...
I'm curious now.
Yeah, well, one of my favorite things to do is to look at speculation on the forums and around the internet to see people talking about the games and what does this mean. And I think a lot of the importance of not spelling everything out is that they can mean different things to different people.
Yeah.
So that, you know...
But of course, there is a truth. Like there is a story, and
there is a
quite,
canon.
No, but it's quite fun because I remember at least one incident where we were looking at different posts when we were in the office, and you guys found the post and like that guy is spot on.
Yeah.
That's exactly
exactly
what
what happens.
Exactly what happens, and it's really cool that people are able to also think what will actually happen. Like that means that people are thinking and something's going on, and it's I don't know. I just quite like that.
Blind Bob wants mulled wine, not just hot wine. I need to
Question.
ask
Okay. Will we find out what happens to Kian? Yes?
Yeah. Yeah. Who will?
That's an easy answer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Next.
We will. Next.
Come on, Kian is important. He's a lot more important than you may think, and he's a great character. We like
Add
Kian.
the spices, it says. I don't know what you're doing, but it says add the spices.
Oh.
Did you forget to add the spices?
Yeah, I'm going to add the spices. See, I'm not really paying attention at this point.
Yeah.
It's quite hard to...
Eating, talking to you people, and playing at the same time. There we go. That's mulled wine. That's...
Question. Are there going to be more Elguan in chapters?
This is the best question so far. Question. How did you guys survive the thing? Of course, referencing the fact that... Well, we didn't survive. If you actually watch the thing, you'll know that the Norwegians did not survive. That's not a spoiler. That was the very beginning of the movie. We did not survive the thing. And there's a reason why.
One person should play and the rest talk, somebody says. No, but that's not how it works.
We all love talking to
Yeah,
you.
we all love talking. Question. Can we have play segments and question segments? No. No.
So hungry, so blind. Arms.
Here, mulled wine made with Mrs. Mullins' mixed spices.
Ah, the sweet scent of Mrs. Mullins and Riverwood Red. Give it here, Patty.
And
Let me
I've seen
take a
this
swig.
question a lot. Will Magnet be back for this game?
No, but
that's
we will,
very unlikely.
Yeah, we are going to bring in a recording artist though to
the balance
complement
that
the
hit
game
the
with
spot you take.
some new tracks.
I'm most grateful, Petal. You've earned yourself a silver star in Blind Bob's book.
Glad you liked it. It wasn't easy getting it.
Without the journey, the reward
This is
isn't
another
half
great
as
character. I
sweet.
really like this guy.
That's, what's
We've
her
already
name?
talked about
Old
that.
Chestnut round these parts.
I
Still
haven't
is
told
Green.
Had an accident with a
Okay.
power charm when I was out today. It's great.
Cool story.
Yeah, great.
Yep. Glad I could contribute. Carry on.
This is a good question. In Dreamfall chapters, will we get to meet as much magical creatures like TLJ, example the Mayrum?
Yes.
Yes, we are upping the level of magical creatures.
Yeah, we are. Somebody said, why not Magnet? Is he no longer cool? It's not about that. It's